And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of Biz Talks. My name is Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with Zija International, and welcome to my home office. It's a good thing it's a large office because we got a lot of people here tonight. Seriously, folks, thank you for joining us this evening. Our program this evening is like every Thursday night. We take a few minutes to share with people a little bit about the concept of creating a secondary income stream, something in addition to what you already have, something that can be done from home, done with a flexible schedule, and for many people can become quite substantial, in many cases actually replacing or exceeding their full-time jobs. And probably the very best component of this is our income stream becomes residual. And so a very warm welcome to all of you that have been invited guests this evening. This information is really for you, and then also for those of you that are maybe just recently started with our company, giving you an exposure to what it is that we do and how we do it. Again, welcome to the call this evening or the broadcast. What I'm going to do this evening is I'm going to share a little bit of information about an extraordinary company, a company that has world-class corporate leadership, people that have already created incredible success over many, many decades. I'm going to introduce you to a product line, products that meet recognized needs, products that people, not only do they genuinely need, but they're actually actively looking for these products, but they don't know where to find them. Products that make a meaningful difference in people's lives, the kind of thing that people, once they try them, will start using them over and over again, reordering over and over again, creating a source of residual income. And then I'm going to talk about timing, because timing is everything. No matter what, if you have the right timing, things seem to go easier, they go faster, they go better. And then I'm going to give you a chance to meet one of the fellows that we've been working with, Doug Stroup, an extraordinary story of a man and his wife, Amy, who built a business, grassroots, at a very difficult time in their life, and have become, multiple six-figure income earners and created a legacy income for their children. And his story will teach you the value of residual income. So our company, Zija International, matter of fact, I got my work shirt on, Zija. Zija International, we're a relatively young company. We've been in business a little over 10 years. This company has the distinction of being the third venture of a man by the name of Ken Brailsford. Now, you may not recognize Ken's name, but you already know who he is. Ken is known as the father of encapsulation. He was the first person back in the early 70s to put medicinal herbs into the little gel caps that we're all familiar with now. He started a company by the name of Nature's Sunshine. Now, some of you will recognize that company. Many of you have already taken products from Nature's Sunshine. Ken and his siblings started this little company, and they started with cayenne pepper. And, some of you know the value of the medicinal purposes or value of cayenne pepper, and they've expanded into a tremendous product line now in Nature's Sunshine. But when Ken started that company, his focus was to create value in the marketplace through the distribution of beneficial herbs in a format that was convenient for the average person, the novice to this type of health and wellness products, to be able to create value in the marketplace. And he used pure entrepreneurial types of focus to create a business, empowering others to share this product, to build a business, to develop residual income. Nature's Sunshine, now over 40 years in business, approaching 45 years in business, has done billions and billions in sales. This company is a legacy company. Now, Ken went on in the 80s to become the founder of a second company. Today, the company is under the name of Unicity. It was originally called, I just had a senior moment. Today, Unicity, from its origins, over 30 years in business, literally billions of dollars in sales. Ken's created two of the largest, longest term companies in the network marketing profession, and over what, close to 70 years that that's been around. Now, the key here is to understand that success leaves clues. Okay, if you want to be successful, do what the successful people do. Many years ago, I left the trucking profession. I used to be a cross-country truck driver. I got involved in this industry. I was very successful. I was able to retire at a young age. But for a number of years, I did not rejoin the network marketing or home-based business profession because I did not want to be part of a company that would be gone in a few years. And then about 10 years ago, I heard that Ken Brailsford had come out of retirement to build his third and final project. And because I understand human nature, okay, if there's a man that's created two previous successful companies, nobody's ever done that before, not in our profession, and he's going to do his third, what are the chances the third company is going to be a success? I'd say that's pretty good. Then I looked at our products, and the products were key. Okay, products that met a recognized need, unique to the marketplace, highly consumable. And I won't be going into all the products tonight. We have other formats for that. Some of you may actually be here tonight on Thursday because you were on our product focus call with Pat Anderson last night, Health Talks with Pat Anderson. But our products provide for a wide range of needs. You know, health and wellness, anti-aging, healthy weight loss. We've expanded from our moringa-based products into natural sports nutrition line, natural skincare products and body care products, personal care products, the consumables that are normally used in the home every day, essential oils, first to market, clinical grade essential oils. Never before has, there's one company in the essential oil market space that's over $1.5 billion a year in sales, and they don't have clinical grade essential oils. So when you combine the experience of Ken Brailsford and our corporate team, because of who Ken Brailsford is, he has been able to attract some of the sharpest, most successful minds in the network marketing profession to create the infrastructure of our company. Today, now over 10 years in business, we're the envy of the network marketing profession. We have a fully integrated company. We control the plantations that our raw materials are grown in. We own the manufacturing facilities. We have literally tens of thousands of square feet of distribution, warehousing, corporate offices. We are a company that today could produce well over $1 billion a year in sales of our products, and it's all bought and paid for infrastructure, yet we're only a small fraction of that, and that's what leads us to timing. Because if you can find a company that has the capacity to create that level of production, but you can get in before the masses. That has historically been where the fortunes are made. And that's what we have today with Zija International. What I'm going to do right now, see if I can find Doug Stroup. There he is. I'm going to bring over, well, I did not know Doug before Zija International, but has become one of my closest friends, business partners. Doug, so great to see you. It seems like we were just talking 20 minutes ago.
Yes, we were. That was another Zoom meeting, though.
Yeah, I did a little joke there, folks. Doug and I had another team meeting here just a few minutes before we launched this. But anyway, I was about to say, Doug and his wife, Amy Stroup, they're Black Diamonds, which is a very significant rank achievement within our company. They've been able to build, I mean, literally starting with nothing a few years ago, build one of the most successful distributorships in our company. And truly today is the example of why one would do this, that concept of residual income, the capacity to create an income stream that comes in whether or not you happen to be working at that moment. And Doug, we've got a lot of really new people. We have a lot of guests because I'm looking at the names of the people that have logged in. And awesome. A lot of names I don't recognize, so these are people that have been invited guests, a lot of our newest distributors. I'd like to maybe ask a couple of questions to kind of give people a feel for, who gets involved in this kind of business, how do they get involved in that sort of thing. So
Sure.
let me just start out now. Doug, you have a background in health and wellness. I believe you're a certified nutritional, what's the term?
Yeah, the title is Certified Wellness Consultant. Yeah, that, you know what, and I had been speaking a lot on wellness, traveling, helping a lot of people, just answering wellness questions and how all this works at the cell level, the body and all that. So back in 2008, I went back to school and got that certification as a wellness consultant.
Well, very good. So you already knew enough about that to understand why we had good products. You weren't one of those people who was going, oh, really? What is that? Is that swamp water? So now, Doug, I know that you're kind of unique. As a young man, you were approached and got interested in this business model of direct sales, person-to-person marketing, team building, and so on. Tell us a little bit about how you were introduced.
Yeah, so Fred, I was 19 years old back when I was first introduced to this. I just turned 53 in September, so I've been knowing about and involved in this industry of network marketing since I was 19. So that's 30 some years. It was difficult back then because you hear, well, I just didn't have enough support, or I didn't get the answers to the questions that I had. I didn't really know what to do and didn't know who to turn to. But I learned enough about it as a 19-year-old young man that I knew there is power in this industry when you have the right leadership, when you have the right products, you have the right compensation plan to put a team together. This is the type of business model that I knew I always wanted to be a part of. And now, I mean, I'm living proof that the power of residual income is phenomenal, and everybody needs a taste of that. It's just wonderful.
Now, and we, you've shared this openly in the past. Folks, I'm not talking out of school here and putting Doug on the spot. But I know when the time came that you and Amy were introduced to our company, you were kind of at the back end of an opportunity. Maybe you can share a little bit about what was your burning desire to move forward with Zija? What was going on in you guys' life at the time that made that transition to Zija something you needed to do?
Well, we had a very difficult time in our lives at that time. And, frankly, Fred and all those listening, I was at a point in my life where I just didn't have the money that I needed to be able to provide for my family the way that I felt like they deserved. And it was a very difficult time. We were struggling. And yet I was riding a sinking ship from a previous company because I'm committed. I was with a company for 7 years prior to Zija, and it got to that point I was kind of losing the wind out of my sails, but I knew I wanted to stay in this industry, but I just was confused and I wasn't sure, was there the right company out there to be part of that wasn't going to fall out from under me and that was going to be able to provide that solid residual, foundation of residual income that would provide not only for me and my wife and our 7 children, but also for all the others that we were working with and, pulling together and forming our team. So we knew the power of residual income. We had experienced it with a previous company, but when you lose it, it's like, I don't know if I want to do it again. But I have to tell you, when I found out all the good that we're talking about here with Zija and this company, we've been now since July of 2009, we've been with Zija and never looked back. It's just been an awesome opportunity.
Now, the real question for a lot of people, I mean, people hear stories, they hear your story, they hear my story. Geez, wouldn't that be great to be able to live that lifestyle and what's the term? Order off the left side of the menu, not the right side of the menu.
Yeah, you don't have to look at
what steak you want, not what the price is, right? Yeah. Or tell the kids, no, you can't have that. But the real question I think most people have is, what did you do day 1, day 2, day 3 to get off to a fast start? Can you maybe, share with the folks what you and Amy did to get your business up and running?
Absolutely. Bottom line, we told everybody that came within, a few feet of us. We knew we had found something that was powerful, I was having some health challenges at the time, and I mean, we found something, and we knew it's plant-based, it's good for our bodies, it's going to help me with those kind of challenges that we were having, with more energy and better sleep and all the things that we've experienced. But we just said, look, we have found something that's so good. We realized in our career with network marketing, we realized people are looking for better health and better finances. And when it hit me, Fred, early on in our Zija world, that we have the answer to both of those. We can help people improve their health, and we can help them improve their finances if they'll listen to us, if they'll take the products, if they'll follow a simple system. So that's what we started doing. We were sampling out some product to people, and then those that wanted to be distributors, we were training them and then helping them get their people and build their teams. And Fred, we've always said this, and it will always be true. When those people that have a heart for others, when it's not about me, it's not about what I need to do or what I have to do or whatever, it's always about other people. You've said it, Fred, something like the money will track you down like a bloodhound or something like that, right?
Yeah.
A hound dog. It does. The money just follows as you simply go out and just do what your heart says do, and that is help enough other people get what they need. You're going to have everything you need.
That saying, and a lot of people have heard, I think it's Zig Ziglar was credited with the phrase, if you help enough people get what they need, you'll have everything you want. Not all business models are really going to be able to be supported by that philosophy. But in our business model, it's just like you said, if you care more about your customer getting results on the product and you care about the check you made from making the sale, if you care more about your new team members' paycheck than you care about your own, I've said it a million times. You cannot escape the money. It'll track you down like a bloodhound. And certainly the caring and that you folks, you and Amy, have for your team members. You've created a couple of the top leaders in this company, people that came, people like Barbie Stahl, people like Dee Dee Shaw, that you've developed by using that simple system that we've been teaching in Zija now for the last 9-10 years, that allows people who have good work ethics, willing to work, willing to learn, have a burning desire to succeed. Everybody can do this. Now, I'm not saying everybody will, but everybody can. And I guess that's really the difference. You were at a time in your life when you needed this to happen.
Yeah.
And because you needed it to happen, you had the right philosophy, you had the vehicle, you had the game plan, the simple training.
Yeah.
And you guys have become a legend in Zija. Now, we got a couple of minutes left. I want you to talk about the power of residual income, because you had an accident a couple of years ago that would have created a devastating challenge to 99% of the population of this country.
That's exactly right. The words survival mode is what come to mind. There's a lot of people that are in that survival mode, and many of them are fooling themselves to try to think, if I don't think about that, maybe it'll go away. Maybe the magic or something is going to happen. There's going to be a breakthrough tomorrow or today or something that's going to change everything for me. And, people do the lottery or whatever because they're hoping to hit it big, win it big. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you're committed to a company like Zija with, again, high integrity leadership, wonderful system, great products, put a team together and just start reaching out and helping as many as you can. Fred, if Amy and I had not done that prior to April of 2015, we would have literally lost everything. So to speak on the power of residual income, I used to be into cycling. I love the exercise, the freedom of getting out there and the wind and just going, having many miles on my bike. And so I signed up to do a century ride, and I'll keep this short, 100 miles all at one time, on the same day. And guys, I was less than a mile from the finish line, and I wiped out. It was a very bad wreck, an accident. I went over the handlebars at 20 miles an hour, and I twisted and didn't want to face plant, so I tried to roll out of it and ended up hitting the back of my head on the asphalt. Yes, I was wearing a helmet, but I drove the dial that tightens the helmet, and I drove that into the base of my brainstem right there, the base of my skull, and it did a lot of damage. Other than dislocated shoulders and messed up neck and all of those things, misaligned and compressed, and my arms and fingers turning blue, and all those things. Many neurologists later and ENTs and all the tests and all, and my chiropractor have done a tremendous job putting me back together. But I had a traumatic brain injury. Today, well, let me just say this: for about 2.5 years, I wasn't able to work because for about the first 8 months, I was flat on my back, and my family was doing everything for me. I'm very thankful for that they were there to take up the slack. But how many men out there, if they were to lose their ability to work for any length of time, would lose everything? And we would have lost everything in a short amount of time had we not already done the work, had the team that was out there still utilizing products, still growing their business, and built the residual income to the point to where we were literally living off of that for the last 2.5. Now this April, just a few weeks, will be 3 years. I am back building my business again. I'm excited about it, on the phone, talking to people, just, re-engaging with team and leaders, and it's an awesome thing. But I get to the point of tears, Fred, when I talk about just the thoughts that I have in my mind, knowing where I was from the traumatic brain injury, and the thankfulness that I had that check was still coming in every week, even though I was flat on my back and couldn't do anything. So there is power in residual income, and everybody needs to experience that.
Doug, I appreciate you more than you know. I mean, I'm so happy to have my buddy back. Last few months that you've been able to see some significant gains. And folks, we're not trying to suggest that Zija products, cure traumatic brain injuries. Okay, we're just saying it did. Doug, no. Man, I'm going to get a call from corporate about you can't say that kind of stuff, folks. Good nutrition is going to help your body do the very best it can. Having a vehicle that you can create personally extraordinary levels of financial success by helping others do the same, and then be able to know that if something does happen, you can be Doug Stroup's story, to know that the income is going to keep coming in day after day, week after week. And Doug, we're also excited to have you back. We're heading for Zija 2.0. The next generation of millionaires is about to come. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll be seeing you, I guess, on Saturday morning, right?
Sounds great. Yes, sir. Thank you, Fred. We'll see you then.
I'm going to let you head back to the other side.
All right.
And, folks, a couple of things in closing here. Oh, wait a minute here. Let's do this. Here we go. A couple of things in closing, because you've been invited, those of you that guests, you've been invited to learn a little bit about our company, a little bit about our products, the timing, hear a little bit about what happens when people get involved. Certainly today's or this broadcast information isn't everything that you're going to need to know. I want you to do two things. Number one, I want you to get back with the person that invited you to be here. Okay, that person may actually be very new, but they're going to plug you into one of the people, perhaps myself, perhaps Doug, one of the other leaders, that can answer your questions. Okay, so ask your questions. If the products seem like something that you need, as most people are starting to recognize, we need cleaner, healthier environments for our family and our children and so on, use our products. Okay, got absolutely nothing to lose. It's 30-day money-back guarantee. I guarantee you're going to love our products. That was really the origin for Doug and Amy Stroup. Because of the results they got on the products, they realized what a tremendous opportunity was here. Some of you are going to have information about the business. What does it take to get started? How do we get started? Will we have training? Will we have support? Person that asked you to be here, get with them. Either them or the person they're working with, leader their work, we'll do what we need to do to answer questions. And if you make a decision to get involved with this is what I can tell you. We have already, as a company, surpassed the top 1% of companies in the history of network marketing. And I say that because we've been in business over 10 years now, and we've achieved cumulatively almost $1 billion in sales. Okay, less than 1% of the companies in this profession ever achieve that. But more significantly, we are poised for the next significant growth curve that takes place in a legacy company, where we go from 100 million a year to 300 million a year. Most companies never achieve the 100 million a year. But for those companies that go to that next step, the people that get involved, historically, the top income earners in this profession have joined their companies during that time. We are on a game plan over the next 24 to 36 months to achieve that $300 million in annual sales. So if there was ever a time to be part of Zija, the timing is now. And for those of you that make that decision to get involved, I want to invite you back Saturday morning. This will be 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We will host a very special new distributor training. If you ever wanted to know exactly what to do, what people like myself, people like Dub and Amy Stroup, Dee Dee Shaw, Barbie Stahl, these are people, leaders, diamonds, successful income earners that Doug and Amy have developed. If you'd like to know exactly what to do, then be part of that broadcast with us. The person that asked you to be here will get you that link. So with that, I've hit the time, the allotted time I have. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you on the Saturday morning new distributor training. And with that, we'll say goodnight for now. Take care. See you Saturday.